All right, what up, though, y'all? Happy Thursday to you. We got Confessions of a Landlord. We back. It's been a minute. What up, Rich?
What up, though?
I forgot how long has it been? A couple months, ain't it?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, but we back. We're gonna try to get on the schedule.
Right.
But you got any church announcements?
Nah. If y'all got y'all, I'm doing a video on that too. Like, start March 1st. If y'all buying properties or selling properties in y'all LLC, it's gonna be some new fencing requirements. So it's for trust, pretty much any entity that's not
Mm-hmm.
an individual. So you're gonna have to do some extra reporting, and there's gonna be additional fees. So when you buying and selling real estate, mainly on the sales side, from my understanding, you're going to have to comply with FinCEN because their whole thing is they're trying to go after people that's doing money laundering.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a lot of people don't even have their LLC structured right. They don't have operating agreements and all of that. So, it's going to be an added layer. But I do want to ask, I am going to ask Emma how that's going to impact wholesalers too if they're
Mm-hmm.
um if they're signing a purchase agreement in their LLC, then they're signing it versus selling it to a third party. So I want to see how if both parties are going to have to comply with fencing requirements or how that's going to work. But yeah, get your paperwork tight. It ain't a business if your paperwork ain't right.
Facts. That's a fact. Also, Saturday they had a big deed fraud meeting the city put on.
Oh yeah,
And Emma spoke. I don't think I knew anybody up there else up there were on the panel, but I watched it on Zoom. It was good. It looked like
yeah.
it was a full house too.
So you you know what? Like the county will tell you like we can't if it meet the recording requirements as far as like the structure of the paperwork, the margins and all of that, and the format, they have to record it. But the problem I think is I think to be honest, I think every county, not just in Michigan, but every county should require the people that's selling the property and the person receiving the property should have to show up during the recording, almost
Yeah,
like a closing, right?
unless
Because
the title
most,
company doing it, maybe.
yeah, because all of your deed fraud, majority of it is just somebody signing a deed that's is no sale, or even if it is a sale, they're not using a title company. Nobody's verifying that the person even owns the property. So the county is just seeing the document and they're gonna record it. You might can get them alerts and stuff set up to know something was recorded on your property. But once it's recorded, you got to fight to get it cleared or do quiet title and all this stuff, and it'll cost you a few $1,000s just to get it cleared. So,
I wonder if the county got sued, would they change that? Are you
but
just
I
gonna let
think,
anybody record something without proving that they own it?
yeah, I think the county though, I don't think you can sue them for recording the documents because I think the whole reason they record everything is that at one point in time they probably got sued for not recording the document because it's time sensitive. So if they reject the document, that can put liability on them if it's a legitimate document. So, but
Well, I wonder if that's why they might have got sued back in the day. Because now when I went there to put renew my lien last week, I seen a sign that was like you can't have nothing on like on your head. You can't have no hat on, no hoodie on. If
yeah,
you
they
go up
might
there,
be recording the people coming in so they can catch them. So I
yeah,
mean that makes sense.
that made perfect sense.
That makes sense because we run across it all the time when I'm doing probate deals and all of that. People like your name ain't even on the house, or your grandparents owned the house, but it was deeded out to somebody, and they get so crazy because, like, let's say John Smith owned the house and he passed, and he
Hmm.
left it to his kids, but it'll be a deed from like a Terrence something to somebody that wasn't even associated with the house. So like it's a complete breaking chain of title, and then you got to pay to get it cleared up. So Yeah, it's bad out here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure COVID will ramped it up. I'm pretty sure.
We had somebody, they was renting a house to somebody. The people, they never evicted the people. They stayed there for a year and a half rent free. Then they went and recorded a deed as if they had brought the house from the seller. Um, and now the owner got to pay to get the title clear. It's just a big mess, and the people still in the house. So
That's like the eviction I had to go to for my client. She don't listen. She got in this mess because she didn't listen.
nope.
One of my friends is she had a tenant basically lined up for me for some program she run, a veteran. She just had to wait 2 weeks.
Right.
Client didn't want to wait them 2 weeks. So I was like, all right, well, I'll go. I was like, well, this person, they seem all right, but I'm going to let you decide. So if something go bad, it ain't on me. So when the person showed up, they had the deposit, but it was short. It was short like
Oh
$900 some dollars. And it was right before Labor Day, like that Thursday.
yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they on disability. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to call the owner and let her decide, because if it's up to me, you can't move in today. Because if
Right.
you ain't got all the money today, you ain't gonna pay your rent either. Because the first is in a couple days. You supposed to have the deposit these couple days for August and September. They showed up with maybe 1,300. They was short, I think like 800 or 900. So I called the owner and she like, well, if they got disability, that's guaranteed income, which they did because we verified that. But she still was short. So she went on, let her move in. The tenant sent screenshots of their cash app showing the deposit pending, and the owner like, well, it's the weekend, so it's supposed Tuesday. I'm like, okay. So then Tuesday come. Look, then I told her like, you gonna see this on the show because I'm gonna talk about you. Because now it's over, I can talk about it because you don't listen. And so then Tuesday come, sent another screenshot, is still pending. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to put this person out. So all of September go by. Now we in October. Now October rent due. Still no rent. So then we go. I was like, you have to start the eviction process because it's about to get cold. Don't no judge don't want to be the bad judge, put nobody out over the holiday break. So they probably ain't gonna get out to right before Christmas or January. So
Right.
then eviction process start. The tenant actually went down there and put money in escrow. Shocked me.
Wow.
Like 32 or 3,500. I've never seen that happen. I was like, oh, this is a professional tenant.
Right.
So then go to court. They throw it out or whatever because they put the money in escrow, and they was like, now if you miss another payment, then that's gonna be eviction. Of course, December come. I didn't get the check on her behalf till like second week of January because I done sent the tenant a new invoice. Like now you owe damn near $6,000. See, and then
Right.
they like, well, I paid the money to the court, which they done like, well, I ain't got it yet until it touched my hand and it clear. We ain't got it. So then I got it, sent them an updated invoice, not a balance like I think 2,500 or 3,000, something like that. And so I told the owner, I was like, they're not going to pay. This like January 5th. On the 5th, they started texting, I got in a car accident. I'm like, you getting a lot of car accidents. Because that was
Right.
all the excuses before. Then it was a death in the family. You done had a lot of deaths in the family. Then they got shot. Then I'ma text you how do I pay? You know how to pay. Zelle or Apple Pay. We done went over this. So I'm
Right.
entertaining it. So cause I don't want you to go to court. Well, I've been trying to get in touch with agents and they not responding. But I force everything to be over text and email. You're not talking to me on the phone. Cause we need everything in writing.
Yep.
So then they like, well, can I Zelle or Apple Pay? Yes, we already done went over this. And they like, well, I'm gonna send it tomorrow. 17 tomorrows go by, still no money. So I told the owner around the 10th, I'm like, you need to go and start eviction, which she did. So now we waiting on the court order, but all this back and forth still going on. Then it was I'm gonna have somebody send you the money on Apple Pay, but it's gonna be from a different number. Never got that either. So now we at eviction day, Tuesday. I put the attorney called me that morning. Mind you, eviction at 10 o'clock. The attorney called me at 9:50. I'm coming up off on 96 and East Side of Drive. And they like, Miss Denson, the tenant said they've been trying to get in touch with you because they want to pay the rent. I was like, why do they want to pay now all of a sudden? Because they getting evicted.
Right.
And I was like, according to the law, we got to sign court order so we can still proceed. She's like, oh, absolutely. I just had to let you know. I was like, all right, cool. Thank you. Have a good day. So I pull up the dumpster there, the bailiff, all them, they like 10 cars deep.
Yeah.
Come to find out, the dude who running the show, he like, Asia. I'm like, her, what up? So we talking and everything. I'm like, dog, how you been? Because he used to be over maintenance for the land bank when I first started. And he used to be the one
Okay.
to always meet me to let me in the houses.
Right.
He's like, you
Okay.
was right. Brightmore coming up everywhere you said buy them, bought all my houses doing good. The tenant pissed because now I know everybody.
Right. Right.
So he like, well, I called and talked to the attorney just now. I was like, oh yeah, I just got the phone him. Proceed with the eviction. Cause you knew
Right.
your rent was late and it's still like you only paying or all of a sudden want to pay. I was like, I'm not accepting anything. And I got 10 witnesses here showing that I'm not accepting anything. Cause I don't think they thought it was going to happen until, they showed up with that dumpster today.
Right.
And so then they like, do you got anything in the house, weapons, pets? I got a pet. I was like, wow, that's in the lease. You ain't even supposed to have no pet. And I'm like, who's this other person? Right? She like, oh, that's my boyfriend. I was like, oh, he's not on the lease either. You just doing what you want to do. I was like, that's why you getting put out today.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I got the money. I was like, well, use that money to try this somewhere else. Because you
Yep.
have an eviction on your record today, ma'am. And so she's like, well, can I get my stuff? I'm like, well, you got to talk to them. So they they got to the door and she was like, I got medicine and something else in the house. And they like, you got any ashes or urns, stuff like that? She was like, no. I was like, well, where are the medicine? So they showed her where that. They're like, you can't go in there. We got to grab it. Next thing I know, everything going in garbage bags. And she just sitting there looking all sad. And some of her friends pull up. I'm like, what y'all here for moral support? And
Right.
then they got this big old 80-inch TV trying to get it in a little car like a Toyota Corolla or something. I'm dying laughing. I was like, this is why I need a videographer on
It's
staff.
always them damn big TVs. Like that just tripped me out.
They got a new car, and I'm like, you know what? You should have a new car when you have not paid rent.
Right. And a
I'm like,
big
what the heck?
TV.
And a big TV. So I go in the house, and then they like, all right, the owner coming in, so I'm filming everything. Some of the doors got holes in it or whatever, but it wasn't bad. Like I've seen a lot worse. But you can
Right.
tell they had a dog because it smelled like a dog. But they just in there with the boo boo face, like this really happening. Yeah, play with somebody else. And
Yep.
he's like, well, I've been trying to get in touch with you. What is there to talk about? You know you owe money. I've told you how to pay 3 times. You're not slow, or
You
maybe you
don't.
are. I don't know.
So that's where a lot of landlords fall, right? So like there's no get in touch with me. There's an app to pay me, or if you're still accepting, payments by mail or whatever, that's just what it is. So it's like we don't have to have a conversation for you to pay me
At
what's
all.
due, right? And even if you trying to pay me less than what's due, we don't have to have a conversation. Just pay me, shoot me a text or a note like, hey, this is what I sent. I'll have the rest by such and such. We don't need no long 20-minute conversation for
Ain't nothing
that.
to talk about. You know you owe
Right.
money. You know you have not paid. So they sitting there looking crazy, like this disbelief, like this. I guess because like I'm very nice, but I'm also gonna follow the rules because she lucky I didn't still own that property. I had sold this to the owner a couple years ago, and I just managed it for her. But that's why I let the owner make the decision. I was like, you want to be out here with a kind heart? Here you are.
Right.
And this the second tenant over there that this done happened to her on. I was like, you ready to start listening to me? Or you want to go across 8 Mile to the others and then they're gonna charge you for every little single thing to manage this property for you. If they manage it for you because it's in Brightmore.
Right. No, and that's the thing. Some property managers, they selective about where they manage properties at. So
Yep. I'm like, girl, I was like, you gonna listen now? I was like, that's why, and because the tenants like this is really messing it up for non-Section 8 tenants. I really believe majority of these renters gonna be Section 8 or veterans going forward. Cause these non-cash people, they don't want to pay.
yeah. I mean I think overall, like when you have like certain cities that's so pro tenant, at the end of the day, it hurts the tenants more than it helps them. So like if you're an investor or a landlord and you know it's gonna take 3 months to get somebody out, you're gonna make your barrier to entry even that much tougher of them getting in, because all the complaints we get from tenants now is why I gotta have a 640 credit score, why I gotta make 3 times the rent, why I
Mm-hmm.
gotta. When they start doing that, when they start doing all of that, they start doing all of that because if it was so hard to get you out in the first place, or it's just tougher on the landlord once you get in there and you can't pay all the rent, they need to qualify you up front, just like a mortgage company does. They need to qualify you up front. And if you can't make the requirements, then you have to go somewhere where you can.
Pretty much. But the people be in the comments going off on me like, Asia, that's not fair. I was like, go buy your house then you can do what you want to do.
Yep.
But as the landlord and the owner of said property, I can rent what I want to do to who I want, long as I'm within the laws of the state of Michigan.
There's a program. One of my agents, she's closed 2 of them. There's a program. If you have to have lived in Wayne County, you don't have to currently live there, but you have to have lived in Wayne County at some point in time. But it's only for Detroit. It's through the Tobias, I forgot the last name, program. But it's up to, they give you up to 40% down or 75,000, whichever is less. So if you qualify for $150,000 home, you can actually buy like a $200,000 home because they're giving you 40% of the down payment.
Do you got to be a first-time home buyer?
Yep, you have to be a first-time home. Well, but it's Fannie Mae's definition of first time, meaning that you cannot have owned a home in the past 3 years.
Okay.
So let's say you owned a home back in 2008 and now you're coming back into the market. Boom, there you go. Right? So we done 2 deals. She got one over. Actually, now she's doing over on Bills on the east side.
That's 4214. Bill popping.
Yeah, I just listed a house over there today. And the one she's selling is a 2-bedroom. The one I got is a 4-bedroom. So that whole area is coming up. But if you got at some point in time, it's just going to come down to it in everyone's life. Either you're going to decide to keep renting and deal with the consequences of the landlord-tenant issues, or you're going to decide to buy when the time is right for you. But
yeah, because the average rent $1,500 is. I think it's going to be $2,000 by 2030 in the hood.
Yeah. In Michigan, it makes more sense in most cases to own a home, especially like at the entry level. Some states, it make more sense to rent, right? Because they have like rent controls and things of that nature where the rent can only be so high. But here, homes are very affordable. So, I mean, no landlord is going to rent to you and not make a profit. So if the price of housing go up, the rent eventually is going to have to go up, right, to cover the cost. So
I seen this dude on TikTok, white dude. He just moved here from San Francisco and he loved it. And I was like, y'all, I've been trying to tell y'all this for years. Whatever he sold his house for in San Francisco, he could have bought probably 17 houses here.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure, or either he downtown and just paid it, or he could have bought a condo or something downtown. I don't know. But I had to go back and look through his TikTok, but he loves it. He like, other than the coat, he's like, I just go give me a big coat.
Here's where most Detroiters fall behind that. Well, not just Detroiters, but most urban areas where we were used to prices being low and real affordable. When a lot of these companies, and especially in the tech fields, when jobs became remote, where you could live anywhere and still get your same rate of pay.
Yep.
So somebody from California getting paid and they're making $150,000-$200,000 a year, but they don't have to live there to do their job. They're going to make that money stretch a lot more somewhere else. Yep. So that's why you see an influx of people moving into these more affordable areas and getting 2 or 3 times of their money's worth in these other areas. So that's driving the prices up in some areas as well.
Yeah, because I sold Parker back in September, and I think they just gonna white box it and put it back on the market.
Yeah.
Because my boy Nick at Sanborn Construction, he got the contract to do the work. So I've been following it on YouTube. He was like, yeah, when we get done, you can come by or whatever. I'm like, that's what's up. I'm glad it helped somebody. Because I could have
Right.
rehabbed it, but my focus is Kirchable.
Right.
I don't even want to keep brick. I don't want no more frames unless I built it from the ground.
Right.
But yeah, Detroiters have another thing coming, as my mama would say, because boy, it's about to get bad.
Yep.
If you a tenant, because either the landlord gonna keep raising the rent to where you can't afford it, or they gonna sell the house because the value's there now. They've been made their money back depending on when they bought it.
And it's a lot of landlords that's not in compliance. Like they got the map out. You can see when a house is in compliance or not. But the issue with that is if it's a lot of landlords that's not in compliance, that means you're limited to the places you can rent. Yep. And the people that are in compliance, they gonna want top dollar because they had to, you know what I'm saying? They had to make sure everything was right. So it's just gonna be a catch-22 for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let me go and play this. Oh, this one's short. This is only 20 minutes.
I think I get it, but let me see. I read it. So do you have a lease with this gentleman, Mr. Edwards? No. I see on the complaint you allege that you gave him a 60-day notice. I take it he moved in on a gratuitous tenancy, and then you've since given him a notice. When did you give him the 60-day notice?
Back in October.
Okay. All right. We filed this here back on December 29th. Okay. You're not looking for any money. So let me turn it to Mr. Edwards. Mr. Edwards, did you have a written lease with Miss Cassiano?
No, I did not.
All right. Any money that you had been paying her?
No, I haven't been paying her any money. We had an agreement back in August that I would maintain utilities.
Okay. All right. So tell me what's going on. Why are we still there? Mr. Edwards?
Oh, it's on me. Okay, I apologize.
You're the defendant, man.
Yeah.
He said she gave you the 60-day notice. Did she give you the 60-day notice?
No, I don't have any notice. I don't have any proof of a notice. I don't have any mail. No transactions that came through my mail in regards to a notice.
I know she got a text or something.
Do you guys live at the same place, or you live in a different place?
She doesn't live here. She doesn't live here any longer. No, she moved in August. She moved from the property in August. We found the home and moved into the home together when she purchased it back in November of 2024.
Are you paying the mortgage now?
No, I'm not paying the mortgage currently.
Who's paying the mortgage?
I'm not 100% sure from what I'm looking at.
How do you think you can stay there though, bro?
Right.
He called away. Hold on.
How do I think I can stay here? Well,
if you're not paying any rent, you don't have any.
The judge called him, bro. He said, how you think? So this just starting off wrong because I'm like, if y'all brought the house and a mortgage in your name, why you leaving?
Listen, how you didn't get a 60-day notice when you live in the house? Yeah,
but why the mortgage in your name and you the one that left, and then he just get to stay there and pay utilities? I don't know what city this in, but he just get to pay utilities, and she just paying the mortgage for him to stay there.
I'm stressed already.
He probably still paying her. Low key, just not money.
Yeah, what do they call a homosexual?
Right. I can't see it. I ain't paying the mortgage for somebody else to live there.
Look, you ain't about to just lay up on this couch and do nothing. I ain't no.
Yeah.
But he said he paying the utilities.
Right. Netflix. That's a utility.
The Wi-Fi bill.
Right.
Child.
But she no longer lives here. The reason why she left is because she decided to go elsewhere. She advised me that.
So is this her place or your place?
This is her place, correct.
So just help the court understand that you're saying she moved out, you're not paying her no rent, and you just staying there. Do you plan on moving?
Yes, I do plan on moving, Your Honor.
When do you plan on vacating?
Well, I wasn't planning on moving until the court stated that I had to move from the property.
Why wouldn't you move?
Well, the whole thing is, once she left the property, she advised me that all I would have to cover is the utilities. So I was going off the basis of that. She said around January we would have to.
Hold on. So you telling me, sir, that this woman told you I'm gonna leave my house that I got a mortgage on, and you still just pay the utilities?
Yeah.
Brother Edwards. No.
Have you been paying the utilities?
Yes, and I paid the utilities, and then she cut them off. She cut utilities off a day after I paid them.
So what utilities are off at the moment?
At the moment, I had every utility turned back on. Afterwards.
In your name or her name?
In my name, correct.
How did you get them turned on in your name if you don't have a lease?
I'm not 100% sure. That's what they allow.
What did you give them to say that you lived there?
A fake lease.
I gave them utility bills for the internet. I've been paying the internet bill since we moved in.
And that's in your name.
And the Wi-Fi.
Correct. The internet's been in my name since the beginning of time. Yeah.
So
All right, hold on.
Bill.
Teach a moment. So if you cohabitate with somebody and a house is in your name, do not allow them to get any utilities in their name at all, because he's saying he didn't need a lease. He didn't need proof of ownership. We know how DTE be. Like they want to see a deed. They want to see all type of stuff, right? Or a lease just to get it on. But he was able to show them one other bill that he's been paying for a while just to get the utilities on. So if he was a squatter and he had, or whatever their situation was, and once you got the utilities on, it's hard to get them out. Like, that's just crazy. Like, you shouldn't even, she shouldn't have left though.
Because now he could probably claim she abandoned the property.
Probably so.
Or she's just gonna let the bank, or she's like, the hell with it, I'll let the bank put you out.
Yeah, but he sounded like he was just gonna ride it out. Like, you can't put me out. You're gonna have to make me get out. Yeah, and we're gonna have to go to court.
Once the court told me to leave, just like the tenant from the other day.
Yeah, like he trying to pay her back for something. Something happened.
Cause she broke up with him. Probably was like, "You gotta leave, bro." Like I said, I'm gonna get this on the shirt. If you can't pay, you can't stay.
Right.
That's right. Figured you lived there.
Exactly. That's what happened.
Okay, Miss Cassiano, how did you provide him the 60-day notice?
I hired an eviction company and they went ahead and stuck the notice. I actually sent an email with the attached to the email address for the court. We also had a confrontation back in October and November, and he showed the police officer the notice that he received, and he was complaining that it wasn't legit. Okay. He also
did you submit that to the court for us to review?
Yes, I did through email.
Clerk, can you see if can you add that to the? I don't see it yet.
Can you also take a look at the email Jeremy sent you and look at the pornography that he sent you of me having oral sex with him?
I don't have any of that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He sent it to the court as well.
Well, he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was just sitting at the court.
Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
So she getting screwed twice.
Literally. Why would he send that to the court? That's not helping you. She could probably sue for that too, depending on what state she in, revenge porn and all that stuff.
Yeah. So she said she hired an eviction company and they just put something on the property. They should have still served him like via certified mail or something in addition to that, something where they can have a paper trail.
True, but if she got the proof showing that he showed the police.
Right. Yeah.
Sure, that's a police report.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sir.
But I don't have any of those documents. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, she's saying you gave the notice. You're saying you didn't get the notice. And you're saying you're there and you're going to be there until I tell you to go.
He laughing.
Well, the thing is, it's a little more complex than that.
What's more going on?
So, I mean,
He invested. He's like, what's going on?
Right.
because I spoke with my mother about the situation, and we were trying to assume the property from her. We were trying to get.
You trying to take the property from her
by making by an agreement. It wasn't necessarily like, you know.
Bro,
listen, man. How old are you?
I'm 38.
Too old.
Oh shit.
He looks 78.
When's the last time you gave her any money to live there?
Never.
September.
$150 for a bill?
Are you guys still together?
No.
No, we're not.
Absolutely.
When'd you break up?
When I left in August. And he had other females in my house. I paid a $2,000.
Mr. Edwards, I'm just asking you these questions while I'm waiting for this stuff to come in, because if it's her property, you ain't got no lease and you staying there. I'm trying to figure out why you still want to stay there.
And I wasn't even asking him to pay anything for the last 5 months that he's been there by himself.
And brother, is that a do-rag?
Yeah.
You know you really should.
Oh man. And you know what? That's part her fault though.
That's her fault. She was had low self-esteem.
You left the house and then you just let him stay there rent free without. I mean, he gonna go as far as you let him.
There's no way if a man is staying with me and it's my house on my name on the mortgage that I'm leaving my stuff. Sir, you're leaving.
Right.
But that would never happen to me because we're gonna go get something together.
Yeah, she just all wrong, but yeah.
Child. He said, sir, is that a do-rag?
Shouldn't rock do-rags while you're in court, brother. But
no, I completely understand. Just because I seen everyone else in the courtroom, it just seemed like, you know, everybody was kind of, you know, in their cars and things of that nature.
I understand.
But they had no do-rag on.
I understand. All right, I'm just waiting. Clerk, let me know if you can upload those documents.
He must be.
He also, I have the house up for sale. He also just sabotaged a showing by not allowing the realtor to show the house.
Of course.
And that's why the last realtor, Brenda Dollars, didn't want to work with me because she knew he would do stuff like that.
Okay.
Of course.
So I have until the 31st.
It's okay. I'm just waiting to see about the notices, so just hold tight.
Okay.
He looks.
Your Honor,
I tell people
a timeline of.
If you're trying to sell your house, unless you selling to another investor that want a turnkey property, them tenants gonna sabotage that deal unless they real cooperative. But yeah, whoever occupies the house is holding it hostage, pretty much. You're not selling it, you're not getting top dollar. We can't show it. So get them people out, or either get some type of incentive for them to allow showings or something like that. But why would he let somebody come in and buy the house and he living there and only got to pay lights and gas, a couple $100 a month, and you know what I'm saying, do his thing with her every now and then to keep her happy and tell her to go back and pay that mortgage.
Good job there, boo. You doing a good job paying the mortgage. I want to see at least cleaning and cooking, keeping the grass cut, putting the gutters, cleaning the gutters in the spring.
That's crazy.
This could never be me. Never.
Multiple things, harassment that I received from this woman.
To get out my house.
Property expropriation, removing of the blinds, my privacy.
I bought them. It's my house. I could take them down if I want to.
Folks, just hold tight, man, because
she did to do like one of my old investors. He went and took all the windows out.
Right.
He took the windows out, the furnace, hot water, take everything while they was at work. He's like, you think you about to stay here and be comfortable?
That's crazy.
This is, you know, I'm not gonna get into your relationship issues.
Yeah, no, I understand.
This is the second case I've had this evening, and I don't know why people even live it with each other no more. Because you living in a spot that you don't own and ain't paying no money towards it.
Never
living in another spot. Now you trying to buy it from her. It just sounds like something out of a movie. But if you have not given him notice,
he wasn't trying to buy it. He said he was just trying to come up with some type of agreement because you can't afford the mortgage, I'm sure.
Yeah, him and the mama was trying to scheme.
Or the mama was gonna get it in her name.
Yeah,
man, you gonna get to stay.
Too.
So I'm gonna just be
you have the
100.
notice.
So we'll see if the notice is there.
Sure.
Now, Mr. Edwards, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna give you an opportunity, brother. Did she give you the notice or not? Because if I find a notice and you tell me she didn't give you notice, I'm gonna feel a little perturbed with you, and I'm gonna feel like you've been lying to me.
Your Honor, I have not received any notice, no certified mail, anything of that nature. This company that she's referencing, I just found them on the document.
The company I'm referencing that served you the notice? Is that what you're talking about?
The company that served
He's
that's on the attorney for this hearing that we're having today.
Oh, now, Mr. Edwards.
He found it.
Now, I don't know why I can't. Let me see if I can share my screen.
Yeah, I'd like to see what she's referencing as far as she submitted.
Me too?
The same thing you were crying to the cops about.
Hold on.
I showed the officer.
Folks, just hold tight. I'm gonna show you what I have.
Yeah, she's the other whole thing.
You guys can dispute there. Can you guys see that?
I can see it.
Yes, I do see it,
Mhm.
Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Is that your front door?
Yes, that is.
Is that address?
Yes, that is.
All right. Hold on. I got another one.
That boy got the longitude and the latitude up top instead of the address. You see that?
Right.
So you can't lie and say this is not the place. That I've never
There's
seen.
another picture. Is that it?
That's our side door. Mm-hmm.
Now this says October 25th, 2025.
Oh, this is recent.
You don't remember seeing that on the door? Does anybody else live there with you?
Only him.
I have multiple people that she stated previously. I have multiple people that come here.
What? Somebody would just take that off the door for you? That says your name?
We've had break-ins and all different types of things happen in this
So
neighborhood.
somebody break in and take off a 60-day notice to terminate.
That door
Right.
look like somewhere where they breaking. That's one of them. That look like a $2,500 door
Right.
with the frame.
Tennessee, that's what they stealing these days.
Someone broke in and stole sneakers from out of here. All different.
This ain't a sneaker, bro. This is a notice to leave. You
No,
don't remember seeing this? You've never seen this before.
Your Honor, I'm telling you, what I stated was the truth.
Well, so I'm gonna tell you this. She has provided pictures and evidence that this was posted to the door,
So you think
and with a timestamp, as well as the date of the letter as well. So I mean, this is pretty strong evidence.
I completely understand. That doesn't mean I mean this could be fraudulent as far as I know.
It could be, but this is why everything's evidence. It's a preponderance of the evidence. Okay, this is not a criminal case, and I'm trying to. She's provided evidence that she's done the duty of the law. You're saying no. What evidence do you have to contest that?
The evidence I have to contest that I provided as well. It's many different self-eviction tactics that she utilized as far as cutting off the electric, cutting off the water, cutting off the gas.
How long did that happen? How long did you not have gas or water?
I didn't have electric or gas for approximately 4 days. The water, I was able to catch the guy outside while he was cutting it off, and he just said, "Hey, fill out this paperwork. I'll keep the water on for now." But that was a scenario.
I don't believe that.
Why would you want to stay somewhere if all the utilities is off? Like,
and I don't believe
that just go to show he had no intentions on paying anything.
And then the guy cutting the water off is not about to do that. They'll lose their job. If they got a notice to cut off, they're going to cut off. So I don't believe that.
There.
All right. So let's do this. I'm going to go through it real quick. She gave you the 60-day notice. I'm going to side with her based on the evidence of that. Beyond you're telling me that there is these issues associated with the water and utilities that you were ultimately able to get in your name. Well, is there anything else you'd like to let the court know or raise?
There's several of the things that I've added. She's been harassing me. Over 100 phone calls that I've received from this woman. I run a business from home. I have a marketing agency. She goes on my marketing agency groups with multiple fake pages. I submitted this stuff as well. She left comments, nasty comments, personal information on my business pages. Things.
That's not harassment if she's asking you to get out her property. And if she's also posting about what happened, that's not slander or defamation.
Yeah, and Yeah, if that's harassment, he must don't have any student loans. 'Cause they call you all the time.
He ain't never owed nobody.
Body right.
And he said he was without gas and electric for 4 days. I don't believe that because I know he used his Wi-Fi.
Right.
So I
And
don't
if
believe
you
that.
run your business out of there, yeah, it just don't add up. He just don't want to pay.
That's all.
That clients of mine have seen.
She stopped taking his form of payment. That's what it is.
And then they broke up because she started realizing I'm worth something. I'm getting used.
Right. She went. She decided she wanted her a high value man that could be a provider and pay all the bills.
She wanted her 50. That's why I be telling folks like women be online complaining about 50-50, but you'd rather pay 100. I'm confused.
Oh man, all the time.
I'm confused.
They'll pay 100 for the right dude.
Well, she was paying 100. Well, probably 98 if he was giving her that little 150 a month.
Yeah, she 98%. But now she probably moved out and got her a high value man. Cause she thinks, yeah.
She needs to get some therapy and see why she allowed this mess to happen.
Right.
You didn't. Exactly. Okay, that's fine. And I'm trying to see if I can come up. Clerk, do we have any of that as well? Did he submit it? Did you submit that to the court?
Yes, I did.
Hold on. I'm gonna see. Looking for it right now. Here it goes. Okay, this is a chronology of events.
Can you go to?
There's two submissions. I'm sorry.
Can you go to zip file E?
No, I don't have a zip file E here, but I do see Exhibit E, social media.
Okay.
But I don't see where there's a zip file for me to.
Okay, well, in there, there's videos of me.
Okay, exhibits. What folks say?
I like her.
Your Honor, if I attach the incorrect video, trust me, it's not.
You attached the incorrect. Is that what you're telling the court?
Of me giving oral to him.
Well, nobody else knows that, ma'am. But whoever's, so you don't have to mention that, okay? You don't have to make it worse.
It's too late.
I'm just confused on how that would be an accident.
No, that's not.
Why would that be intentional? Why would that be intentional, Your Honor?
Mr. Edwards, is there anything else? Well, because I'm not gonna lie to you, Mr. Edwards. I've seen all types of things doing this, but anything else, Mr. Edwards?
I have multiple things in the exhibits. If there's nothing that you
what in the exhibits would you want me to look at?
I'm trying to open them up here now. I apologize. I have so many notes from the past 2 years of different harassment things and tactics that she utilized.
So many notes.
What pertains?
If he got so many notes, he should be able to pull them up like that, or at least 3 or 4. You knew you had court today. You should have had all them tabs open.
Yeah, this is why you don't buy a house with boyfriends and girlfriends. I'm sorry to tell you.
Hello, Mary.
It ain't a good idea.
Married.
And she keep bringing up that video like she proud of it. Like ain't nobody asked her, ain't nobody knew about the video. Ain't nobody asked her about the video. So
like they doesn't see it like he light skinned, he kind of cute. See my
right. What y'all girls always be like, he light skinned with good hair.
Hey, no, y'all. I don't have a preference as long as he's an African American.
All right.
Well, take that back. African American and 5'10" at least, because I'm 5'10".
5'10", you picky.
I'm not picky. Picky be like, he got to be 6 feet.
6 feet with 6 figures.
Right. I ain't that picky.
And 6 figures still a requirement, or it got to be like a certain level of 6 figures? Because 6 figures ain't what it used to be.
From all the stuff I be seeing on social, they want 100, 150,000, pay all the bills, buy them a car, and it can't be this car got to be a Cadillac or a Lexus. And
you can't go to Cheesecake Factory. Is that the one they said
they can't go to Applebee's 2 for $25. Can't do nothing.
And then they end up like this because she seemed like she probably had them requirements.
Or maybe she didn't, and maybe she should get a little bit more requirement because that's why she in this situation, because she ain't had no requirements.
Yeah, she moved out. Somebody taking her to Chick-fil-A now. Waffle House. She had a couple Waffle House waffles.
I love Waffle House. You can never make
me too.
Waffle House.
I ain't hating.
All right, let me see. See how this about to end for Mr.
For the 60 days and you're not getting out of the house. What pertains to this scenario?
Well, hold on, Ms.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
I apologize, Your Honor, but it's kind of difficult for me to maintain my focus at this point.
And why is that?
Just the consistent interjections.
Well, don't worry, I got it.
I understand.
So now he got what,
Anything else?
ADHD or something?
I'm trying to open up the file myself just so I can get a better look at what it was all submitted. I have payment receipts that are in there, self-eviction evidence, shut-off notices in there. I
am looking at that, but some of them I can't get. Oh, I do see the gas cutoff notice. This was back in October.
Mm-hmm. And then also we have a code violation hearing.
See, here we
that's
go.
Exhibit F. That's supposed to be on February 17th, if I'm correct.
And what is that regarding?
Yeah, what is that?
That's in regard to once the water was the request for the water to be shut off was set. Code enforcement was notified, and they just got to the property on December 29th.
Did you tell her about any of these things?
Nope.
She was aware of it. I actually had a phone call with her.
No.
Well, so let me do this.
I'm trying to talk. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But you said, how did you provide it to? Because the only concern that I have, I'll be honest with you folks, and I'll just be straight to it. When you're talking about these things that have serious implications, right? And when folks are not really communicating, like I said, we just had another hearing, and someone's in the other person's property. Obviously, they can either be foreclosed on, they can have other penalties that occur purely because you folks don't get along. And that's your prerogative, obviously. But if you want things to be done, you do need to notify the landlord, because they can't do anything if you don't do it. Now, if you said you had a conversation with her, okay. And Ms. Casino, are you saying no? He's saying yes. Conversations, obviously, there's no record of that. This is the same thing with the 60 notice, right? You put a record, we have a copy, then we don't have to talk about he said, she said, right? So we don't want to get into all of that. Did you give her any written notice? Did you give her what you submitted to the court? Did you ever give her a copy of that as well, as far as the code compliance hearing?
No, a copy of that I was told by the code enforcer exactly as soon as he left, he said, I'll get this information to her and you'll have this court date. He handed me an orange paper that goes on the door. It was similar to one of these type of notices.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
He told me he was going to handle it. That was that process in that regard. But prior to that, I did explain to her, once I told her, hey, I want to assume the mortgage, take over the property from you. Don't worry about anything like that. And I told her.
What if she doesn't want to do that?
Yeah,
that's completely up to her. Exactly. There's no harm, no foul. It's just an option that I gave out there so she wouldn't have to assume any longer financial responsibilities to the property. That was my whole problem.
So now all of a sudden you got the money to pay, but you ain't had no money to help her for however long he was there.
Yeah.
So how you gonna assume the mortgage? Oh, I guess he wanted to assume it to where he just take over it, but it stay in her name. No, you need to go through the bank and buy it, so it's 100% in your name. This sounds all bad.
This he got a pimp starter kit, like a pimp with no money, because he just running game on her and he just getting over on her pretty much.
She must have had real low self-esteem and was going through a bad time, because
and then she met somebody that probably came along, made her feel good. Then she was like, "Oh, I'm leaving."
Yeah, she found a real man.
Right. He swept her off her feet. So now she just like, I'm just leaving everything behind. New day, new me type thing. Yeah.
And the new man probably was like, baby, you don't deserve this. Like, you a queen.
Right.
Okay? And you got this dude over here who ain't even doing what he supposed to do. The dude probably the one who started pointing out to her, like, what is you doing?
Yeah. Then he probably encouraged her to sell the house so they can split some of the money from the profits.
Mm-hmm.
Then the new dude gonna take off. See, this one of the people I'll be like, she need to watch for my man.
For sure. This is insane.
Thought process behind that. It wasn't like she trying to set up a smoke screen and, steal a house or something.
No, I get it. I get it. Listen, it sounds like you guys just reached a disagreement. You really didn't have any real agreement. And then ultimately she sent you the 60-day, let you know whatever agreement you may have had has been canceled. Is there anything else, Ms. Cassiano?
I did swear we raised our right hand to not lie, but I didn't receive any documentation, no phone call, no message, no email, no nothing in regards to any code violation. And how would they handle it and get?
Because if he got it, or if he really did get one, he could have texted her a picture of it.
Right.
And that would have been record right down. He could have pulled it up like, boom, I sent it.
Yeah, and then code enforcement probably, if they said they was gonna send it to her, they probably sent it to the house, because if the house in her name, the mortgage in her name, they probably assumed she stay there.
And that's probably the only address she got. And if the mail came there, he probably threw it away and didn't give it to her.
Right. Yeah, he just running game. Somebody said she wanted the judge to see that video.
Literally. I told you she wanted him. Like, oh, he cute. He called him bro. He one of us.
If he was Judge Simpson, I don't think she would have been talking about that video.
At me the information. How would they do that?
Well, like I said, now you're aware, you might want to inquire about that, because those do have some impact.
I don't even know who to contact.
You might want to contact the DeKalb County Code Enforcement. If you're not aware, or Mr. Edwards can give you that. You can even take a picture of it and send it to her.
Oh, that explains all of this now.
All of it. Scammy. They in Atlanta, DeKalb County. That's Atlanta.
And look, she probably ain't even from there. She probably moved down there and got.
All caps.
What they say is like a 10-to-1 ratio or something down there. So she probably is a little thirsty or something. I can't imagine. Well, no, yes I can. But I can't. Most women from Detroit ain't going for this.
Nah.
Back in the day, man, I was had me a little 2-year stretch with no bills.
You should be up.
Yeah, a little honey pot in the crib, 2-year stretch with no bills, just paying DT. I would have been good.
Just like old girl in Brightmo the other day. You should have a new car. You ain't paid your rent.
Right.
Well, new to you, because it wasn't new, but it was new to them.
Really upload it to the file, and you may be able to see it there. But I will say, Mr. Edwards, some of the information that you provided me in those exhibits, I was unable to open. Some of the videos, and I think some of the evidence that you were referencing, as far as the evidence of harassment, those particular, I tried to click them, but they just wouldn't open for me.
You don't want them to
but
open.
I did see the issues about the cutoffs. So let me just make sure I address it so everybody feels clear. What I have right now, Mr. Edwards, is that she gave you the notices. And so we've got that. The other issues that we have are about the cutoffs. And I do think that that's significant, because Ms. Cascassiano, as I've told the other young lady, you cannot cut off utilities. That is essentially you trying to force the eviction. Now, for Mr. Edwards, he was able to get them cut back on. Now, like I said, whatever way he was able to get them cut on, he got them cut on. And that kind of partially rectified that issue. But you guys also never really had any formal agreement about rent. You never really had any formal agreement about any payments. And ultimately, right, you guys kind of had a gratuitous tendency, which she's giving you the notice that she wanted to cancel. So in that regard, I feel like you guys have met your necessary, she's met the burden to have the writ of possession issue. Now, she's never asked for any money, and I don't see really a basis on her claim at this juncture that would entitle you to any money from her, since there's no money, there wasn't any money that she was pursuing against you either. Yes, Ms. Cassiano.
I didn't even ask for the electric and the gas bill that went to collections because he didn't pay it.
And that's why that's not relevant, because you didn't ask for it. So we're not even going to get into that. Right. But Mr. Edwards, I just want to let you know, I'm going to give you to January 22nd. That's all I can give you. I can't give you more than 7 days. 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Okay. And that'll be the order of the court. I really pray y'all get it resolved without more court involvement, and it don't go any further than that. But either way, that'll be my order. Okay.
Gracious
Tennessee.
All right, you guys are thank you.
She deserve everything she get.
She deserve all this, and I bet he's gonna be out.
I ain't even mad at the player. He did what's in his heart, what's in his blood.
I wonder how long he was there.
I don't know. It sound like a couple years, but I'm like, how you gonna complain? So this is where you need like an attorney sometime. So he was like, yeah, you wasn't supposed to turn off the utilities. Now I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, but he said he was gonna pay the utilities, not my utilities. So when I left with the utilities in my name because I need them on at another place. If he agreed to pay the utilities, he need to put the utilities in his name.
Yeah, that's what she should
But
have said, but she ain't know no better.
but she shouldn't have been in that situation. He ran game on him. I can't be mad at him if it's in his blood. That's how he living, and she just shouldn't have fell for it.
This I just don't. She had to have low. I'm gonna say she was going through a hard time. Had low self esteem, depressed, something. Cause ain't no way.
I
Ain't
mean,
no after he spent the night, the first night. Where you going? You going home?
yeah, yeah. I don't know. And she floating around the videos and all that they got out there, send them to the court. He ain't got no respect for her.
At
Because he
all.
said, and then he really ain't got no respect, and they still got something going on. He's still holding on to the videos, probably trying to blackmail her or something. Ain't no telling.
Oh, that's
They just sloppy. Don't buy a house with boyfriend, girlfriend. I love to sell y'all all houses. I usually don't get that type of advice. You buy what you want with who you want, but this is another example. Like if y'all ain't together, y'all ain't both contributing and got a real understanding, don't buy a house together.
or you could buy it and they don't know you own it and make them sign the lease and y'all both on the lease.
That too.
Cause I
Or
don't
just be like, or just say, we moving into my house.
don't even say
I'm
that.
buying a house. Don't
I
say we
found,
buying a house. I'm buying a house.
or say I found us a house we could rent. He ain't got no I was renting it from me.
That's true too.
That's probably your best bet.
But how I think the best option was for her to let him just stay with his mama.
The best option was
Since they able to assume mortgages, he could have assumed a mortgage somewhere, and then she could have. Yeah, this was just all bad.
So look, it's this YouTube show I've been watching faithfully about the last 30 days. It's called Tony Cheating Stories, right?
Oh
So
my god.
look, you gonna love it, I swear. So one episode, that's what they did. The daddy had all their properties in a family trust, but the wife of the son didn't know that. So when she wanted to file divorce because she was cheating or whatever, trying to get alimony and everything, he was broke on paper because the trust owned everything. And the daddy
Yep.
was like, you see, son, that's why I told you, the rent it this way. Cause I don't know if they had a lease or not, but I know the trust owned the property because she thinking she about to get the house and do a 50-50 equity split and then come to court, it all come out like I don't own the property, judge. Our family trust owned it. This ain't even my trust. This is my daddy trust.
That's how Tiger Woods did his girlfriend. They was down there, they had split up and he had agreed to like let her stay in the house for a certain period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But then she went, how they be girlfriends be trying to sue for like palimony and all that type of stuff.
I don't even know how that's possible. You're a girlfriend.
And she came after I mean, when you're dealing with California and Florida, ain't no telling what you get. That they just used to having a girlfriend. So I think she tried to sue because he was evicting her or try to get something of the house and all that. And they went to court. It was like, he don't even own this house. It's in the name of the trust. So it's nothing. You can't go after him for it. So yeah, sometimes it's best to do that. But you got to be smart.
I said, that's my big goal this year. I was like, I want to put all my stuff in the trust and start getting that together in case I get married or insert this. And then another thing that be giving me about this man of fear stuff or the women online that be talking all this, I'm not doing 50-50 stuff. The other side of that is the men who like, I don't want to get married because a woman might take everything. I'll be wanting to tell some of these men, what do you have to even be taken?
Right.
Let's go there.
Hey, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I always tell when young dudes be talking about getting married, I be like, look, man, marry for somebody for where you trying to go, not where you at. If it's somebody that's like really ambitious and stuff, because let's just be honest, sometimes you blow up and you be like, man, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? We ain't on the same page. You just happy in the moment. But you already know where you're going in life. And if you're not willing to take that person with you, don't wait 10 years and find out, and then you're trying to get rid of it so you can upgrade. You might as well just wait until you get to that point. But if you love the person that's with you and y'all grind it out and she help you come up, then that's good. But people so fickle nowadays, you just got to tell them where you want to be at and who you want to be there with. If this ain't the person you're trying to be there with, don't get them involved early on in the building part of it. Get the person you want when you're ready.
Yeah, because back to the Tony cheating stories, that be happening too. They done build something together, and then they done been married 20, 30 years, and they still, the wife, it still end up cheating on the husband. Because the Tony cheating stories, I like it because this show the opposite. Like, normally these shows only show the woman getting cheated on. It's the reverse.
Right. Yeah.
So I was
that
like,
happens.
whoa. Yeah, it definitely happens, but you don't normally see that online. Normally you see it to where it's always the man cheating, but on his show, he only report about the women cheating.
Yeah,
so
but
he got cheated
but
on.
men cheating is a better story to sell because more women be at home watching Oprah and Sally Jesse Raphael back in the day. Like he was cheating on me, and that story is easy to sell and fall right into all the soap operas where she didn't marry the rich man and he got all these extras on the side, and then she dip off with the pool boy or something.
But see, now that I've been watching this show the last month, it's making me do a lot of research because a lot of them southern states still got them old laws on the books to where you can, after the person that they cheated with, you can force them to testify to on the stand saying, yep, I was with this person. I did know they married or I didn't. The wife been paying alimony because a lot of times the wife been making more money than the husband, and they done had to pay alimony. They had to give up a larger percentage or a shorter percentage of the equity in the home, and they had to give up half of their retirement.
It's certain people that got like real money, loan money. They won't get married in certain states. They won't live in certain states.
Yeah.
And then it's women that will move to certain states before they go after child support because of the way the laws are set up. So whatever state you in, you just got to know the laws. And even in this situation where they was together, like some states, this would have went completely different. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would have broke out, oh, y'all was common law or whatever the case may be. So
yeah, depending on how long they was together, that's true.
Yep.
And then with her cutting them off them 4 days, she might have had to pay. Yeah, this could have went all bad depending on where they at. And then like some them other southern states, they also big on adultery. Like, prove that person cheated. Now some I think like Florida and California was like it don't matter what happened, it's a 50-50 split unless, you know, I forgot what the minimum rules was. I'm like, dang, that junk is serious. Like y'all better start looking at these laws for y'all just be marrying anybody.
Yep.
Well, let me
see.
Said
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Yeah, he Nate though.
Right.
Your Honor, I have another question though.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought it was over.
What if you know, I wanted to further your determination? Is there any way I can go about that?
Yeah, you can appeal. Everybody has a right to an appeal as a matter of law.
Trying to buy more
got 7 days to appeal.
Okay, and I do that by stopping by at the.
You can speak to them. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
No worries, man.
And excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I have my house needs to be out of my hands by the 31st because I'm going through a short sale. My house is on the market. He's prolonging that, and it's going to affect my.
Oh, she going through a foreclosure.
Oh yeah, she might be getting ready to lose her house.
Now her credit about to see this.
I'm about to Google her name and help her out. I probably know a realtor down in her area.
When was this?
She just got a promise not to make no videos with him, so she can focus on getting that house sold. They can do the other short sale stuff later. But
if they bought the short sale, that's because they got the buyer. But if they foreclose, he gonna have to get out then.
Yeah, but he gonna have time though. Like if they serve foreclosure notice, he get to stay there all that time through the foreclosure process.
Well, no, because Georgia foreclosure different than ours. I don't think it's as up here we get 6 months. I don't think theirs nowhere near as long. I think it's like
yeah, but once they foreclose on her, she's kind of out of the loop from the eviction process. He just gonna buy extra time because they still got. I mean, it's shorter than ours, but he gonna have extra time if that happens. So he probably knows that. That's probably why he like wasn't trying to get out. He was trying to wait to the point where she lose the house.
But he said that at the beginning. He said, I'm waiting on y'all to tell me when I gotta leave. But he just told you when you gotta be out. Now you're trying to appeal it.
I wonder if she just got mad and left and was like, forget you in this house, and she didn't care what happened to the house, and then all of a sudden she realized it was gonna be a ding on her credit.
She shouldn't have left.
Like, yeah.
That's where she messed up. She shouldn't have left. Now she probably could have. I don't know if she could have changed the locks or nothing on them, but this is
he had a bill in his name.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He could have called the police and said, I live here. I got mail coming here and all that type of stuff.
This is all bad.
Can I tell you something, folks? Let me just
He's had more than enough time.
Stop. Let me tell you something. I've made my order. Whatever he does past my order is what he does. As far as, let me just tell you this. Transfers of property can occur with other people still in the property. So I just don't be overly concerned about that. That's my order. Hopefully things get together, but you have to the 22nd, 2026 at 11:59.
That's a problem, though.
Watch that do-rag.
He said, watch that do-rag.
That's a problem, though. He said transfer of properties can happen with people still in the property. Yes, that's true. But how likely is it for you to get the full value of your property in a timely manner with somebody that's in the property that's blocking access for people to buy it? And the only way somebody gonna buy it sight unseen is they buy it at a huge discount.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's like he and this boy smiling.
Yeah, because he know he just ran game on her.
That's hurtful. I don't feel no pity for her.
And he was having other chicks up in there recording more videos. He good. He gravy. He ran game on her. She fell for it, and that's what she got.
Ain't no way. I'm about to call all my girl cousins, all the young ones, and we about.
Well, I wonder. He said he was a marketer. I wonder if they had some type of pages going on, because they got a little bit too much going on. She's just a little bit too naive.
It's just, I just don't understand. Who this in the corner? That must be the next case.
When you go into court next time, man, I'm gonna let it happen because I didn't say anything till late, but that ain't courtroom appropriate, man. You gotta always make sure you look your best when you're in front of the court, okay?
I'm aware. I put on the button up, but I just forgot the do-rag on.
All right, you guys have a good evening.
All right, you take it easy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She is
You're welcome.
But she also stupid.
Yeah. She fell for it. That's crazy.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. All right. Oh, dang. This one 49 minutes. You got time, or you want to do this one later?
Oh, we can do it. We can run through it real quick.
I don't know if 49 minutes real quick, but we could try it.
Yeah.
This one here, ain't it?
Yep, this in Washington County. That's Judge Simpson.
Who the lady on?
It's probably two different cases, or is it the same one?
I don't know. I see 3 people.
I think this might be 2 different cases he gonna cover, because they usually do. He usually do like 2 of his cases, but here to play. Let's see what's going on.
All right.
Somebody said, "Watch it." She better not send you any of those videos.
Courthouse case of the People versus Jessica Versgalia.
No, that's Yipsy.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Alexis Rips with an on behalf.
Okay, I don't know what I'm getting into, but it was sent to me by Melanie Coleman and Kayla Evans and other people. But those are the first 2. Let's see.
Ms. Versgalia, who I believe should be appearing on Zoom.
Gala? Oh boy. Need you to unmute and state your name.
Okay. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Jessica Bruscella.
Your Honor, we'd be requesting an adjournment this time. There's some more.
She's gonna need to, let me just stop you. She's gonna need to appear in person. We've had a problem with this defendant. We've kicked her out of our courtroom. I think on 2 occasions. She's come back in. She was smoking.
That wasn't me.
Folks. My staff has reported that was you. And
No,
it appeared as though you were having sex on the screen.
No.
What?
No.
Wait a minute. They got two. Hold on. We gonna have to. We might have to revisit this because what's up with all these Zoom recordings and stuff? What y'all doing in Zoom court?
Why is you smoking? First of all, why you not dressed appropriately, at least from the waist up in court? Because they all look like they about to go to the grocery store. Number one. Number two, why is you having sex on Zoom court? And number three, why are you smoking?
Oh no. No. Yeah, we might have to revisit this when we can watch it in long form. Cause God, dog.
That's why your wife said, "Watch it, watch it."
And then she said she ain't do it, and they like it happened before. Like she was just God. Dog. I hate Zoom court.
But how they gonna say it wasn't me? Like these ain't recording, they can't just pull it up.
Right.
Child.
I wonder if she was one of the other girls old boy had.
I don't know.
For the last video. That is crazy.
And it was
Hey,
like
Zoom court getting out of hand now. People be talking back to the judges and just doing all type of stuff.
But I think they need to go and put everything back in person now.
Yeah, unless you got a disability or something or you sick, I don't see why you got to be on Zoom court. This is getting out of hand. The judges calling you bro. They be arguing with the judges. Then the sovereign citizens be acting up, talking about they not legal citizens. They get to drive from point A to point B without a license or insurance. World is going crazy.
Oh, that's like the world is gone mad.
Yeah, they be like, I signed the lease, but it wasn't me. That was my representative.
Oh my God.
Because I got a social security number, I don't have to pay in your type of currency. They be cutting up.
Oh court. My goodness. I'm down to finish it if you are.
We can watch this because I want to see where this is going.
It's just a minute and a half in. It's too much.
See on that boy smoking, getting banged out and everything.
Lord.
Well, it was interesting. The reason I took a break was to go back and look at the video. And my staff reported it to me. And it
like I had to watch the video again.
Make sure my eyes didn't deceive me.
He like I had to go back and take the robe off so I could watch the video in private.
Dog.
So what I am going to do,
dog,
not on the defendant's motion, I'm going to adjourn this out to next week, the 5th. You'll have to appear in person, ma'am.
There you go.
Okay.
That way we can assure you're not smoking and not having sex while
and get her a drug test because she look a little disturbed.
You're in court. Thank you. Bond will continue.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. You should see the video. All right. Thank you. Mute her and get her out of my court.
No.
She on that Wu-Tang method.
Nothing wrong with a little fun on our time, Judge.
Law talk, Mike.
Yo.
Okay, it really wasn't all that exciting. I just so court does call the case. People versus Daenerys Williams.
Yeah. He can't believe that.
Michael Gannick, defender for Mr. Williams, Your Honor. He's approaching the podium.
Yes, he is.
Switch to TurboTax.
TurboTax.
This is too much. This is gonna make me pay for premium so we can watch stuff without ads. This is crazy.
You can pull them right from the courts. I'm gonna ask my wife how to do it. You can pull the actual Zoom court video right from the courts.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and just download them. That's how they doing it. The ones we reviewing, most of these people, they just pull them right from the courts.
So I really want to just do Detroit because I know 36th District with the tenant landlord be banging.
Yeah, it be some on here. We can do that. I can because you know all the cases is public, just like back in the day when you can just go down to the court and sit in the courtroom.
Yeah.
That's how Zoom is.
I didn't know that.
Oh, my God. Oh,
is
my
this the
God.
same one we was watching? Oh, this is a compilation.
Yeah, we gotta watch this though, cause man, hold up. We gotta watch the Detroit ones because if I see somebody like the tenant who just got put out, I don't know if they showed up or not, or it was look
attorney. But
this video right here, I seen this video. So man, I'm gonna let it play, but I want to tell y'all that this video has made me really second guess our educational system. And when people be like, everybody should own a home and all that, I'm like, nope, hold up, wait. Some people may qualify to buy a home, but there has to be real education on home ownership. And when you see how this lady is calculating her rent, yeah, come on.
I mean, I ain't surprised.
Yeah.
Let me press play.
Ms. Lee and the witnesses from APM rep, if I could have you both unmute and raise your right hands, please.
Oh, this is Georgia too.
All right, that's right. Do you all swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much. All right, thank you all. All right, so we're going to go. This is a continuation of the trial that we began last week. Essentially, the long and the short of it is Ms. Lee presented a bank statement in which she claimed she had made an additional rental payment in October of 2024. She said that it clear. I mean, the entry on the bank statement showed October 2nd. It is the question whether or not that was simply a previous payment clearing. It did show that she did make a payment on September 26th. Is that actually a new payment in October, or is that an old payment clearing? If it's a new payment, then she had a rental credit that would have continued through December. If she did not make that, if it's not an additional payment of rent, then she did not have the credit in December and she would have owed rent in December. So that's the end of it. So Ms. Lee had provided that document, and the witnesses for the plaintiff were going to investigate and make a response to that document today. And so, Mr. Brown, if you'd like to talk to your witness or present evidence from your witnesses related to Ms. Lee, they're going to put their evidence on to respond to you. You've already put forth your bank statement. We remember it from last week that it was 1108 that showed up. You highlighted as it was October 2nd. And essentially they've had a week to look at it and investigate, and they're going to give us the response to your bank statement now.
Yes, Your Honor. It's a credit a month ahead and a bank statement.
Right. If you made an additional payment on October 2nd, then you would have continued to have the credit that had been rolling over ever since. And if you failed to make that payment, then there would have been no credit, and you would not have had an additional credit in December when you didn't make your payment. So that's the end of that's the long and the short of it. So essentially, if it did end up being, yes, that is exactly what it is. If you made an additional payment in October, then you would have continued to have the credit that had been rolling over for several months before that. But if that wasn't an additional payment, then you would not have continued to have the credit.
May I bring in some remembrance that the July 9th payment is allocated to the wrong month? That is an August payment.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and let them make their response. You can make whatever, I said that we were here specifically for the purpose of determining whether or not.
May I bring it to remembrance that the 9th with an F? Oh my God.
That October 2nd entry on your bank statement counted as an additional payment. I'm going to let them respond, and then you can respond, Ms. Lee, and then I'm going to make a decision.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. Just to recap a little bit, the issue she was having was the payment.
So that's the landlord, the Damien guy?
I think one of them is the landlord, one is the property management company. I think Damien is the attorney for the property management company. But watching this video made me kind of frustrated because, when they start introducing that new math to the school, now I'm realizing that they need to teach landlord tenant math because tenants have a different math than landlords. And this video just convinced me of that. And you go see it in a minute.
Oh my goodness. Let me press play.
Payment that was made on the 26th of September. She sent me her bank statement. We've reviewed it against our record. This morning, Your Honor, we have evidence to prove that that was a payment that was made, that was added later. She made it earlier, and it was added later to that month. So the latter is true. She did not make an extra payment. And so we submitted the evidence. We're going to just walk you through it this morning. It's very clear. So Ms. Lee can see actually what happened. So I don't know if Mr. Robson has the information, Your Honor, but we submitted it yesterday. I don't know if you can see it on your screen.
Mr. Robinson, do you have the evidence that they?
It was put into the Odyssey.
Okay. So could you please share your screen, Mr. Robinson? Well, tell us what you're having us pull up, Mr. Brown, and which witness you're going to use.
So we already went through the ledger already. So what I would like for Mr. Robson to pull up is the payment processing document. It's a very colorful. I think the first page is very colorful. Something like this. And we have Ms. Powell and Ms. Chevanez on as witness who will kind of walk us through what each document is communicating.
I'm pulling it up now.
All right, Mr. Brown, it's pulled up. You're muted, sir.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. Could we go to the second page, please?
Okay.
Right.
Is there a way to enlarge that, Your Honor?
Mr. Robison will try to do that.
Scribe is how 4 million people turn processes into.
And while we waiting on that, this is another reason why, like, you know how you have people they be like, yeah, my tenants I have them pay me in cash or all that type of stuff. Like them days over with. Like you gotta have your documents because this case right here gonna prove why having your accountant together just gonna save you every time in court.
Yep, gotta have them doc paperwork on point. That's why I still take like Apple Pay and Zelle because it's still a trail.
Right.
That's about the.
Okay, I think that's about as large as we're going to be able to get it.
So
I can read it. So
yeah, Ms. Powell, could you explain what this document is? The highlighted section, the first date right there.
Yeah, the first date is basically 9/26/2024. That is the date that the payment was initiated on, which was on a Thursday.
Yes. Okay, so that's when it was initiated. And
that is correct.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
So that is when Ms. Lee initiated the payment, right?
Yes.
And below that, what are we looking at below that? It says 10/1/24.
Yes, that is the date according to her bank statements that it was taken out of her account.
Okay. And could we go to page 3, Mr. Robson? And if we can turn it around. And this is Ventron LLC Parker East Bank deposit detail. And could you explain what it says under Ms. Lee's name, Ms. Powell?
Again, it is stating that she initiated the payment on the 26th. And basically also the description that Ms. Lee actually put in when she initiated said payment says rent 9/30/2024.
Okay. And Ms. Powell, from your experience, when Ms. Lee initiate the payment on the 26th, could you tell us from what account she made the payment from?
She made it from her savings account.
And when you make a payment from a savings account, how long does it normally take to process?
It can take 1 to 3 business days.
Okay. So it take 1 to 3 business days. Could you tell the court on the 26th of September 2024 what day that was?
That was on Thursday.
So the next business day would be?
Friday.
And then we have the weekend, and then the next business day would be?
Monday.
Which is the 30th.
That is correct.
Which is where we demonstrated before that the payment was processed. And could we go to the document number 4, Mr. Robson? And what are we looking at here?
Do you want me to continue?
Could you scroll up some more? Thank you.
Did she submit fake documents or something? Like,
no,
what are we looking at here, Ms. Powell?
You're gonna see when they start calculating and her understanding of the calculations.
That basically states 10/1 and the payment amount is 11/08. Basically, that is the 3rd business day. Basically, when it comes to her bank statement showing that it came out of her account.
So she made the payment on the 26th. And based on the fact that she made it through a pre-authorized payment through her savings account, that's when it came in our account on the 1st, which is what the ledger, Your Honor, demonstrate. This is not an extra payment. She did not pay for October's rent.
Okay.
And so, Your Honor, we tried to present this to Ms. Lee outside of the court. That those communication broke down because Ms. Lee abruptly ended the conversation. We don't know how else to present this information to Ms. Lee for her to understand that we're not trying to take her money. That is exactly, we have now provided our own bank information, how it processed through our system. Ms. Lee actually owes for December's rent and January, and 7 days from today would be, and 4 days in February. And so today, Your Honor, we're asking for a money judgment of what she owes and 7 days to vacate, Your Honor.
Okay, what's the monthly rent again? I don't want to have to look it up again. What's the?
Let me bring it up.
11/08.
Oh, that's right. That's the number we've been looking at. This okay, 11/08, and then 11/08 for January, and then 4 days of. Let's hold on a second. Yeah. Okay.
And then we have the trash, water, late fees, and court costs, Your Honor.
Hold on a second here. I'm sorry, 11/08.
Oh, excuse me.
8. So I've got a daily rate for February of $39.57 times 4.
They charging her a daily rate too after.
Your Honor.
That's smart.
Hold on a second. I'm just getting the numbers. 158.28.
That's 158.
Okay, so that's plus 1108 plus 1108 equals 158. So you're asking for $2,374.28 in rent?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's your
Does that include the utilities?
No, that's just rent.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
What's the rest of it? I mean, what else are you asking for on the plea?
As listed in the dispossessory warrant, Your Honor, there's pest control for $5, trash for $25, and that's for each month.
She had
water $60 per month, and we're only charged and late fee of $170, and we're only charging $200 for one court cost, and that's when we had filed the document in December.
Okay.
So she only
the late fee is for 1 month.
It's $135 per the lease, ma'am, Your Honor. They just corrected that as well. There's some other civil matters.
That's 10%. So I got to limit the late fees to 10%. So that's going to be basically 110.
110. Yes, Your Honor, you're correct.
Okay. That's all. That's what you're seeking?
Yes, Your Honor. So these utilities are for it's per month, so it would.
Okay. So I would just
double.
do December. Okay. So that's going to be 5 plus 25.
While she adding that up, that's important too to know like your local laws.
Yeah,
because
so
like
200
some
times
places
2,
only
so that's
allow you a
400.
percentage of the rent for a late fee.
Mm-hmm. Just like with here, people be charging for that deposit. I'm like, you can't do no more than 1.5 times the rent.
Yup.
But people don't be knowing that.
Yeah, and you can have like pet fees and stuff like that, but people just be making up stuff out their butt, and it just be like, nah, because when you go to court, they gonna limit what you was able to collect in the first place.
Yeah, I had one tenant was late with rent, and they gonna tell me, I'm gonna give you $25 for the late fee. The lease you signed said $100, sir.
Right.
What are you talking about? He don't dictate nothing over here.
$28. Okay. I've got $2,774.28.
Yes, Your Honor, because you did 10% of the. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So that you're seeking that and a writ in 7 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which is the 4th.
If you want to have a job in the next 5 years, these are the AI rules you need to know.
11:59 p.m.
Who the other person up top? Where they come from?
They for another case.
All right. Doesn't look like we have any announcements ready. So, okay. Do you have anything else you want to ask of your witnesses at this time?
No, Your Honor. I think we pretty much covered. Is there anything else that you think is important that we should add, Ms. Powell? Or Ms. Venice? I don't think.
Okay, looks like no. Okay. So Ms. Lee, you have an opportunity I'm sorry, what was your name? Your name was Ms. Feld, is that correct?
It's Powell.
Powell, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear very well. Okay. So Ms. Lee, this is your opportunity. If you choose to, if you have any questions for Ms. Feld, you can ask her now on cross-examination. You don't have to, but if you would like to ask her questions, again, this is not for you to go into your own testimony. If you have questions for her, you can ask them. Once you're done with your questions, you'll get to have your response to, your own response to what we just heard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you'd like to ask her questions, you can do that now.
Yes, Your Honor. I want understanding because this is a 2-part situation. We're totally forgetting about the July payment that was allocated.
Again, this is you can ask her questions and you can testify in a minute. So if you have any questions for her, you can go. If not, you just want to.
Okay. And this question is for both of you guys. Can you tell me on June the 28th, did I pay June and July's rent upon move-in?
Okay, so upon move-in, when you moved in on the 28th, you paid for your proration from the 28th until the end of that month of June.
Right, 2 days.
And then you also paid for July. So therefore you had a credit once you moved in because of the fact that it was at the end of June.
Right.
So when you made said payments, that took care of July. And then if I'm not mistaken, go ahead.
Is that on the 20? That is on the 28th, correct?
Yes.
I took care of June and July, correct?
You took care of the proration of June.
But hold on, June was only 2 days. If you moved in on 28th, she making it seem like she just made so much money or paid.
Exactly. So she paid from June to July 1st, and she paid July's rent at the time she moved in.
Because she said it was $158.28 a day, so she paid $300 roughly for June, and then all of July's rent.
Right, pretty much.
And July's rent, that is correct.
And my next, I only have like 3 questions. My next question is, you said it created a credit, which you didn't receive a rent payment because it really probably due to the holiday. Now that you guys showed all that, that probably was like Labor Day weekend and all of that 10-1 payment. So you applied that.
I have to object to this, Your Honor, because
Just let me finish.
No, Ms. Lee, you have to ask, again, you can testify in a minute.
I'm asking, I only have 3 questions. I'm asking a question.
Ask her questions. Ask her question.
So then the credit, after I paid on June the 28th, June and July's payment, the credit 1109, was that what was applied to October? Because you said you didn't get a payment, correct?
Okay, so what I'm confused is how did we make it from July to October?
Well, what I want to, maybe I didn't make it clear. The 1109 credit, where did you apply?
For July? Are we still speaking of July?
Where did you apply that?
But are we still
Your Honor,
speaking of?
I have to object to these questions, Your Honor. We already addressed July. Miss Lee pointed out the last time we were on court, Your Honor, that her issue was
We're not
September.
We're not going back and forth, Mr. Brown. I hear your objection. She gets to let her go ahead and ask her questions. If it's about the rent, I'm going to let her ask her about the rent.
And I did send an email to you, Your Honor, as well, to the dispossessory address where there's a visual. So my question that I'm asking, let me recap because I keep getting interrupted. Upon moving, I paid June and July's rent. We're in
proration for June and July's rent. That is correct.
Okay. And then I had a credit after that for 1109.
I know.
So you must understand when you paid for July, once July charged in, your credit was gone.
Okay. Right. So perfect. That's what I want to hear. So when I paid on July the 9th, per your ledger, you allocated that payment that I paid to July the 1st, which means I gave you 2 payments for July, right? As opposed to you allocating it to August, because I had paid the move-in. I paid it at move-in, June and July. So when I paid again on July 9th.
Ma'am, you're testifying again. Ask her a question.
What did you apply to July 9th payment that I gave you guys? What month?
So when you made your July payment on the 9th, which I do have it sitting right here.
I made July payment upon.
Ma'am, Miss Lee, let her finish.
Okay.
And then you can ask her another question.
When you made your payment on July 9th, that means you had another credit. And then therefore August rent would have been charged in on the 1st, and it would have taken your credit again.
Right.
Okay. So can you explain to me why the July 9th payment is being allocated to July, which you just stated under oath was paid on June 28th?
Once again, I'm going to say this again. June, when you moved in on the 28th, you paid your proration from the 28th until the end of June. You also made July's payment.
Correct.
When July clicked in on July 1st, your credit, which you paid at move-in for July, your credit ended. It went to a 0 balance. Okay? When you made,
why doesn't your ledger reflect that?
Miss Lee, let her finish.
Okay.
When you paid when you made another payment on July 9th, you got another credit. When August 1st clicked in, your credit got soaked up again. So therefore, you're at a 0 balance again. Therefore, you are making pre-payments before the month has charged in.
Miss, can I talk now?
You can ask her questions if you're ready.
Okay, Miss Powell, can you tell me, Miss Powell, can you explain to me why your accounting ledger doesn't show that? So your accounting ledger, I'm confused.
I'm not understanding how it's not showing it.
It shows that I paid June.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, Ms. Lee. Your Honor, could we bring up the lease?
I'll contact HUD Housing. I'll go further because this is civil matter on so many levels. Because the July 1st payment, you're allocating that payment. I paid you June and July upon move-in, and then I paid you again on the 9th. And you didn't put that towards August per your ledger. You did not.
No, for my ledger, it is. It shows it.
Your Honor, the ledger shows that the July 9th payment was allocated to July 1st.
We've spent a lot of time on the ledger. We've spent a lot of time on the ledger. Okay, so do you have any other?
But it's faulty, Your Honor. It's misapplied. It's visual. You can see it. It's right there for you to see. It's their own evidence. So that would make me owe January's rent because I am already a month in advance.
You want to pull up the ledger so that we can pull the ledger up so you can. Yeah, let's pull up the ledger again. We spent a lot of time on the ledger.
Well, thank you, because I'm so serious.
This is where you get to point out where the mistake is made, and then we can go.
You know, it's just that landlord tenant math when they be like, since February only got 28 days, why my rent don't have a credit type thing. Like she just not following along, and I think part of it is the lady is using words like, oh, when it got to this date, your rent was soaked up. Like, no, you can't say that. You just say you had a credit on the first, you just paid in advance. So when the first came, that was it's just the way they're explaining it to her, but she not following.
Well, she ain't got common sense, sound like, because I just did the math. So I'm like, okay, you moved in June 28th. June got 30 days. So that means you paid $316.56 for June. Then July rent, I don't know what July's rent was. You paid that. And then she said on the 9th of July, she paid again. So that would go towards the following month because you already paid June and July.
Right. So that's why she said she had a credit up until August. But when August first got there, she didn't have a credit because she had prepaid for August, basically.
So then she didn't owe her rent again to September 1st, is what I'm
saying. And they going to cover that too. But she keeps skipping. She went from like July to October, then she went mention January. She not even talking about them other months.
Well, she thinks June.
You're gonna see why in a minute.
I'm about to say she thinks June and July, and that July 9th payment supposed to cover her to January.
Yeah, you're gonna see.
Child, I feel for the judge
from there.
Thank you, Your Honor. One moment.
Well, Mr. Robeson is going to pull it up, not you, Ms. Lee.
HUD gonna tell you the same thing.
I'm so serious.
Perfect.
Okay. Can we make it I'm sorry, Mr. Robeson, I know you're doing all the heavy lifting here. Can we make that a little bit? Thank you, because I can't see it very well. Okay. So Ms. Lee, and again, you're still asking Ms. Powell questions. Ask her questions that would lead her to, like, what is it that you feel is wrong with this ledger? Where is the mistake? And ask her about it.
I didn't hear your name, sir. Mr. Robinson, can you go to June 2024, please, sir?
It's the last page, yes.
Okay.
Okay. And so, Ms. Powell, what my question is, how do I word this? I paid June and July's rent. Scroll up for me, son, Mr. Robinson. On June the 28th. Is that correct?
Yes, at move-in.
Yes,
you paid from the 28th until the end of the month, which is June. That is a prorate.
$94.
And then also, per our requirements, you must pay the next month's rent, which would have been July. Yes,
okay. Saying. We're in total agreement. Can you scroll up to July 9th payment that I made?
Agreement, moron.
This is the Skylight calendar.
I don't really care about your calendar. I got Google.
Right. Hold on, let me go back.
So the confusion that I'm having and the question I have for you, Ms. Powell, why is July 9th payment being allocated back to July when it's already paid on the 28th instead of to August?
No. So basically, once again, when you made...
She keeps answering this, Ms. Lee.
When you made your proration.
She's answered this like 3 or 4 times already.
Right,
But
I'm
we'll
getting
do it one more time.
aggravated.
She keeps explaining this.
So once again, I'm gonna say this again. You made a prorate. You paid your prorate from the 28th until the end of June. You also, per our requirements and our policy, you must include the next month's rent if you move in after the 21st. So therefore, you paid for your proration and July's rent. So now you are sitting here with a credit. Once July 1st charges into the system, in which you can see for yourself, that means your credit. That means your credit.
That's not a credit. That is a certified money order from Chase
Ms.
Bank.
Lee, you don't get to just argue with her. Again, let her finish.
I'm sorry.
So that means that, once again, July 1st, when the rent charges in on the 1st, your credit that you had, because at move-in, you paid for July's rent, your credit that you had sitting in your account got soaked up when July 1st kicked in.
Ms. Powell, can you show me that on the ledger? Because I see a check
on the ledger.
Can you point it out? I don't see it.
Mr. Robertson,
Your Honor, I have to object, Your Honor, because we already gone over this many times.
Your Honor, a check on the ledger.
Okay, stop, folks. Stop. Okay, they're new witnesses. She gets to ask her questions. I'm not going to give too much more time on this, but she gets to ask her questions. This is someone that wasn't here last week. Now we can see it. Ask her whatever question. Again, show it. So again, Ms. Powell, she is claiming that she is not getting that her July payment should be credited to August. Show her on this ledger why that's not. I mean, you said it.
If you look right here at the bottom, it says 630 payment.
Negative 1109.
Ms. Lee, 1109. That is her credit as of the 30th of June.
Right.
You have to, okay. Then June clicks in all of her charges for June.
She
clicks in. Okay. It immediately snatches her credit. If you look at 7/1 rent, 961, she now has a credit of $1.
Right.
Then you see on June 9th, her payment of 1108 clicks in. She has another credit sitting in her account. Line up 8/1. All of her charges for 8/1 clicks in. It takes that credit that she paid on the 9th.
Yep.
And if you look on 8/1 rent, she once again has a credit of $1. Then she makes another payment on 8/28 for 1108. She now has another credit sitting in her account. 9/1 charges in. That takes her credit once again. Then on 9/26, which is the in question that we're speaking of right now, which is all this is about.
I feel this woman's pain. I really do. She's doing a great job.
Me too.
Keep going.
9/26 clicks in. She makes a payment. She initiates a payment online as an ACH for 1108. Now she has another credit sitting in her account. Once again, it's sitting there waiting for October's charges to click in.
Right.
Therefore, it takes her credit again and leaves her with a credit of $1. Now we're in November. November clicks in. She didn't make a prepayment.
Because I see the 1108, $93. I'm trying to see. Oh, because the rent 960. That's what she talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So therefore, we're waiting on that payment.
You're getting the pay. I'm confused. Can you answer one question and then I'll decide if I take it to a higher court?
Let me explain it. Let me explain it to you. You didn't pay November, B.
Right.
And they're well aware of it, and their accounting's good.
So on 1109 that you're speaking of,
we have the page hasn't went up yet, so I can't see.
No, I'm back on June. The 1109 credit. I just want a simple math question because I'm very confused. So the 1109 credit that you have on June the 28th.
I don't either. That tone was earned by this idiot defendant. You cannot explain this in calm tones. You've got to show your irritation in this circumstance. It's absolutely warranted.
Everybody.
And then I made a payment of 1108. So 1108 and 1109, that's 2 credits. I got a credit on account, and then I made a payment. It's a check scan on 7/9. So those two numbers are 2 credits. You owe me the 1109 credit, and then I paid. The only time I never paid was December, ma'am.
Definitely third grade.
I understand what you're stating, but see where you're mixed up is back in June when you did your proration and you paid for July altogether. And then you made another payment on the 9th of July, which gave you the credit to go into August. When August got charged in, it snatched your credit. And then once again, you made another payment at the end of that month. And therefore, here we go with September. September charges in.
You can't keep arguing.
Imagine dating this woman. Just imagine that. This, except on every issue of your life. Oh my God, it makes me shudder.
With her. Wait till she finishes and you can ask her another question.
You are making pre-payments before the month charges in. We never had any issues with that. We love our residents who make pre-payments, and that's exactly what you did. But at the end of the day, your credit can only sit there as if you was to keep making pre-payments.
Right.
And some kind of way, if we scroll up in our 11th month.
I mean, I'm on your side here, but honey.
Yeah.
You mean November?
Yes. In November.
Of 2024?
So 11 months. We're sitting up here once again on the 1st. She made her payment. Oh, there it is. Let me see.
Scroll up some more. He went down.
Okay, scroll up just a little bit more because we're trying to be in November, close to December.
Switch to TurboTax and file your.
This is crazy.
This
lady look older too. She look like good Gen X or something. So she should know that.
It's that landlord tenant math. That's why you gotta go to court with your paperwork, right? Have your accounting in order. It's all type of software you can use. Don't come in there with your handwritten spreadsheet.
Whatever it is, she about to be homeless.
Okay, so on 11/1, you did another payment, which was great. And now here we are. We have a wonderful credit because once again, the December kicks in. So therefore, it's
a big, beautiful credit. You're going to love the credit.
Snatches it again. Okay. And if you look in December,
maybe instead of snatch, you need to say applied towards the following month's rent.
That's what I said. It's the language she's using. And it's not registering with the lady, but I think the lady just don't have basic math skills pretty much or comprehension.
But maybe she using snatch because of the woman's age. Like, okay, maybe she'll understand it if I say it this way. I don't know.
I really do like her.
Payment.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said it could. I don't know. I just know the lady confused. You know how some people be so, I don't want to say dumb, but some people be so ignorant or unsmart that it make you second guess yourself. Like, I know this, but they're so confident in what they believe in that it make you second guess what you know is true. And the numbers are not lying here, but like she's so convinced, it's like, damn, let me go back and double check this, right? Maybe she do got a credit. Until you look at the numbers.
She making my head hurt, and I ain't the property manager or the attorney.
You once again have another credit of $1.
Somebody, Charlie said,
am I allowed to address you as well, Your Honor, or no?
No, ma'am, you just need to, when you're ready to testify, you can testify. If you want to ask her any more questions, you can ask her. If you're done questioning them, then we'll go on to your testimony.
All right, so what I'm still not comprehending, Ms. Powell. So I had a credit on the 28th, 6/28 of 1109. And then when I paid 1108, those two numbers, because they're both credits, equals 2217. You didn't allocate the credit. You didn't allocate it.
You're skipping months.
I did not skip a month.
Miss Lee, let her explain. Again, she's already explained this. I don't really know.
Okay. Once again, I'm going to say again, you are making prepayments every single month. Okay.
So that's a month in advance. Are we in agreement?
So basically, when you move, you started off when you moved in and you made a prepayment.
So do we agree, Ms. Powell, that a month in advance?
Yes, you paid for July when you moved in on the June 28th.
So are we in agreement, Ms. Powell, that makes?
Charlie said, Linda, listen.
Are we in agreement that makes a month in advance?
Just let her finish, and then you can ask her another question, Ms. Lee.
I don't know how else to explain this. You're making prepayments from the date that you moved in. You made a prepayment and you continued to make said prepayments. So therefore, every single time a month of rent would charge in, it would soak up that credit that you had from that prepayment.
I'm in agreement, Ms. Powell. That puts me a month in advance, Ms. Powell, because upon move-in, I paid June and July. And then in July, I paid August. And then in August, but your ledger does not allocate payment to August. It goes to July 1st per your ledger if you scroll down. That July 9th payment should be allocated to August. That is the problem. It is misapplied.
So you're in agreement. July 9th payment needed to be allocated to August.
Yes, and it's allocated to July.
And that's exactly what happened.
Can you show me?
July 9th payment allocated to August rent.
Can you show me that, Ms. Powell? Because your ledger says it allocated to July 1st.
Can you please go back down to the bottom? Let's do this again.
Now she sounds like a school principal.
Once again, let's start over. On the 28th of June, you paid from the 28th until the end of June, as well as you paid for July's payment.
Oh my goodness.
On the 28th of June. Now we're a month ahead.
Month ahead.
Once again, July kicks in. You've already paid for July's rent. So July kicks in and soaks up that nice credit. On July 9th, you made another payment of $11.08 that now sits in there as a credit that's going to go towards August rent. So now
when you feel rent, August it says it's going to July 1st.
Come again?
The July 9th payment says it's going to July 1st rent.
That's because the payment was made in July. Had it would have been made in August, this would make so much more sense. But unfortunately, the payment was made July 9th. So therefore, you have a credit for August 1st charges.
Okay, so Ms. Powell, in your statement when you just explained to me, and I appreciate you taking the time, you explained that you agreed that I was a month ahead. So if I was a month ahead and I paid June and July upon move-in, and then I paid August and July, then I mean I only owe you guys for January based off your statement under oath.
What?
Scroll back up.
Which is number one, wrong.
Hold on. How in the world do you just pay June, July, pay again in July for August, and you think all that is supposed to cover September, October, November, December?
She don't get it. That's what I'm saying.
She making my head hurt.
She said, Charlie said she's one more question away from clapping her hands together. She pissing the courts off. Special Ed Renters Edition.
Facts. Facts. This is a fact. This is crazy. This don't make no sense.
Looking at this page right here. So we're going to go back here to September, which is right here.
Stop it.
You made a payment on 9/26 of $11.08. What's highlighted in red says that you now have a credit of $11.08. Okay. October rent kicks in. When October rents kick in, it snatches your credit. So if you look at 10/1 rent, 961, over to the right that's highlighted, you now have a credit of $1 because October's rent kicked in and took your 9/26 payment away.
Your credit done got snatched.
I agree 1,000,000%, Ms. Powell. That is the credit that I paid for in June. But when I paid in July, I paid a month in advance.
No, that is incorrect. That is your payment that you made on 9/26. that is taking care of October's rent, which has been this whole situation.
The only month that
I'm something of an expert on snatch credit.
I missed payment for, Ms. Powell, is December,
I
correct?
think I can explain all this.
Scroll up.
And as you stated under oath, I'm already a month in advance. I'm a month in advance, Ms. Powell, and I have a credit.
Okay, so no, we left off on October. October charges kicked in. Now you have a credit of $1.
Because you allocate
on the ledger right there. You have a credit of $1.
Is that due to you allocating, because you didn't get a payment from the tenant, so that's due to you allocating the credit?
We are now past October. We are now past July. We are now in October.
I had one. Let me ask you. I had one credit of 1109, and I paid 1 month in advance.
So as of 9/26, you had a credit of 1109.
And I also paid you.
Overcharged in, and it took your credit away.
Crazy.
Okay.
You
All right, Ms. Lee, do you have any other questions for Ms. Powell? Well, we've just gone over this and over this. Do you have any questions that you haven't already asked her?
Yes. Has she been able to see what I uploaded to the dispossessory file? Because I don't know why no one can seem to understand what I'm saying. And so I did create a chart. Can someone look at that?
I can explain it. What you're saying is stupid. It's not their failure to comprehend. It's your failure to comprehend.
Right.
It's pretty simple.
I know when this was over.
Because the numbers don't lie. You already just stated.
This is a chart that you created, that you made?
Based off their ledger. It matches their ledger.
I'll bring it up.
I'd have to object to that, Your Honor, because I've never
except in my chart, they owe me $1 billion.
seen that before, and she cannot submit evidence that she created.
Well, this is just, it's not going to be an official document, Ms. Lee. I mean, this is something, I mean,
it's just
I'll pull it up and look at it, but
it's just a visual, Your Honor, because
what it would be, as a matter of law, is something called a demonstration.
Who are her friends? Because you had to go over this BS with somebody you know, and either they
encouraged her.
Either they ain't got it all up top either, and they like, girl, you gonna win, you gonna show them, or what is you on? Because this is basic elementary math. My nephew,
either that or she don't have any friends that would have told her, no, you wrong. But I mean, they could have did something. I mean, I get it, but they could have did something as simple as says, okay, you've been in the property this number of months. This is the number of months you've been occupying the property. This is the number of payments you made. You made 10 payments. You've been here 12 months. Like, sometimes you got to break it down that simple for people.
Right, because 12 minus 10 is what class? 2.
Right, because the way the ledger is reading, she's just not comprehending that. So when we sit down with home buyers, and we're trying to educate them, or somebody don't want to be educated, and somebody like this goes out and buy a home and they don't understand their mortgage statements, the interest payment, how much went towards taxes and insurance. They're just like, oh, I'm paying this for my house. Why they go up? Why they go down? So on and so forth. And now you got somebody that lost an entire home because they didn't understand the basics of math, not just accounting, but basic math. So, yeah, this is tough. This is hard to watch.
This pissing me off. So I know it's pissing her off. And I'm pretty sure that property manager would have got her a tall drink.
But it's pissing the tenant off because she don't get it. In her mind, she's 100% right. I've been paying in advance, so I should still have credits rolling over. Even though she stopped paying at some point in time, the credits no longer apply. And that's what she doesn't understand.
It's just too much. Let me finish this on out.
Illustrative exhibit. All right, I'll stop now.
Everyone seems so confused, and it's not that difficult.
No, I mean, if we want to pull it up,
She said everybody else
probably
it would also be absolutely wrong.
I appreciate it,
but we'll take a look at it real quick.
I appreciate it.
Mr. Robeson, can you find it?
I think I found it. Trying to get it to pull up.
It's just crazy.
It is.
You want to know the sad part about this?
What?
This their second hearing on this same situation. Like, this the thing I don't get. Like, if you went to court on this, it was just the witness wasn't there, right? I guess the lady with the curly hair or whatever, right? Or the long wavy hair, whatever, however you describe it. If you went to court on this a week before with the same exact evidence, why are we back at court? If I'm the landlord, I'm pissed. Like, why are we coming back to state the obvious? Then she said, oh, this ain't earlier. She said, I'm going to take this to a higher court. So now you back in court again, paying more attorney fees over the obvious.
Yeah, because she said she going to take it to the HUD court, and they going to tell you the same thing.
Right.
Wasting these good folks' time and money. Ma'am, pay or go. This is one or the other. They probably just want possession. I hope they take her tax returns. Get it that way.
Yeah.
You go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah.
She was slow.
Scribe is how 4 million people.
Ms. Lee, is this what you're talking about?
Yes, Your Honor. And
this is just your testimony in writing, correct?
No, ma'am. This matches their ledger. So this
No,
is
this
why.
is something you created. You disagree with their ledger, and this is notes you made about their ledger.
I created it off their ledger date. So I'm accepting this payment. You can't see can you see me moving on my screen or no?
Okay. All right. So, ma'am, this is not, you can make your arguments about what you feel is incorrect about their ledger, but this particular summary is not admissible. So I'm not gonna admit it, but you can, again, go over all your arguments as to why you feel their documents are inaccurate. All right, so all right, so we're going to go into, Ms. Lee, you can go ahead and do a brief summary of why you feel their evidence is incorrect, and then I'm going to make a decision. Okay, so we can stop sharing the screen now. Ms. Lee, you can go into your testimony. We're going to take it off the screen. I mean, if you can.
Well, I want the visual because it's from the ledger.
You can refresh your recollection with it if you have it in front of you, but I'm not going to.
Well, I'm clear on it. I'm trying to give the visual to you guys.
Okay, you're going to be explaining your arguments verbally. Okay, I'm not going to admit this evidence.
Yeah,
you can
I'll just have to
make
go
whatever
through.
argument you're making.
So, I can speak to you, or am I speaking to?
Ma'am, you're testifying. This is your opportunity to testify, and we're just going to, again, just responding to what the testimony you've heard today. It's really just ongoing.
Perfect. All right. So on June 28th. I paid the $94 prorated rent owed for the month of June 2024. Also on June 28th, required to get keys, I also paid an additional $11.08 that went to the rent. Your Honor, what is failing to be realized, I gave, which is on the ledger, 4 money orders that total 4 $500 money orders and 1 for $187. That is where the additional credit came in. So what I'm trying to get someone to look at, because this is already June and July paid, but the total amount of money orders is $21.87. So the numbers don't lie. So when you take out June and July's rent, there's a credit now of $11.09. Okay. And then I turned around on July the 9th and paid with a certified money order, Your Honor, from Chase Bank. And that payment should have went to August. They still have not applied the $11.09. They did not apply it in August. I paid in August on July 9th. They didn't pay it. Then I turned around and paid again, Your Honor, on August the 30th. That is September's payment because I'm a month ahead, Your Honor. And they still have not applied the $11.09 because remember, the total money orders is $21.87. Okay. So they still haven't applied that. Then I paid again on 9/26. That is October, which it only posted probably due to the holiday But the bank statement said the 1st, so I'm okay with that. Then I paid again on the 4th. That's November. Then I paid on 12/5. That's December. Where did they allocate the 1109 credit from the 2187 total in money orders? December, this is an illegally filed eviction. The December rent is already paid. There's an 1109 credit. They said they allocated it to October, but I paid October 9/26.
Man, she gonna tear their house up.
I gave four $500 money orders.
Oh my God.
Plus one for 187. That is $2,187.
You're wrong. Shut your hole. Nobody cares.
Minus the $94 of June rent, minus the 1108, bringing the credit forth of another 1109. Then I'm a month ahead now. Then I paid July the 9th, Your Honor. That should have went to August. It doesn't show on the ledger. It is a misapplied payment. August payment should not have went to August. On the ledger, it goes to August. That's September's payment. I owe them for January of this year.
Okay. Once again,
I can't believe y'all let her talk.
Clerk, can you please pull up the ledger again?
No.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
We don't,
Your Honor.
Ms. Powell, we don't need to do that. I've heard extensive arguments for both sides. We spent a lot of time, not only today, but last week, we went over all of these documents. Spent a lot of time going over the documents. And so I'm ready to make a decision. So Ms. Lee, I understand. I mean, I don't follow your arguments. Looking at all of these documents, it looks like you've been given credit for everything you've paid in based on everything I've seen from your, I mean, just looking at all the documents, again, going over and over them, it looks like you're getting credit for everything you've paid in. So I'm going to go ahead and rule. All right. It's been shown to you, ma'am. If you don't understand the arguments at this point, there's really nothing else I can say.
Your Honor, are you not looking at the 2187?
Ma'am, I've looked at it ad nauseum.
There's money. There's a whole $1,109.
Ms. Lee. All right. The order of the court is going to be, there's going to be a money judgment for December and January and 4 days of July or February. It's going to be $2,774.28 and a writ available in 7 days, so 11:59 p.m. on February 4th. Ms. Lee, if you disagree with my decision, you can file something called a petition for review within 7 days of today's date. As part of that, you will be required to pay that money into the registry of the court in order to have the petition for review. That is a way you can have the decision reviewed by a state or superior court judge. That's going to be the ruling of the court. You are all free to log off.
Do I file that at magistrate?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're gonna have to investigate that on your own, ma'am. There is a PDF on the magistrate court website that you can take a look at with instructions.
Thank you.
You guys are free to log off. That will be the order of the court. I'm going to take a 1-minute break. I will be right back.
She needs to take an hour. I know her head hurt.
You know what? They probably gonna end up in court another month with her. Then she gonna file something with fair housing or something. It's gonna be a mess. Then I guarantee she gonna tear the house up.
Then she gonna owe more money.
Oh boy.
That made my hair.
That was hard to watch, and that's my second time watching it. That's just hard. But you know what? I feel for her because she just don't comprehend. And I mean, sometimes you just gotta dumb it down when you explaining stuff to people. Unfortunately, that wasn't done. She probably was calling in, arguing with them, and then they just was like, nah, we're not even gonna try to explain it. You pay, you leave, or whatever. Which you shouldn't have to explain something that obvious, but still, sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah, this was hard. Like, whoo. Whoo. And she older, so ma'am, you should know.
Self said this true meaning that I can show it to you, but I can't understand it for you.
Facts. I cannot comprehend it for you.
Yeah, that's what they did with the new math in school. That's what we came up with.
She looked older though, so she was around the old math, like your wife said earlier. If Johnny got 5 apples,
right?
Special ed reading edition. I'm gone.
He got 5 apples. He got a credit of 3.
This was too much. I'm about to go home, go to bed. This was too much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thank y'all for tuning in. I guess this was a hard watch, man. That was hard.
Yeah, that was hard.
That was too much.
Yeah.
That was too much. We got to figure out how to watch the Wayne County ones though. The 36.
Yeah. My wife she can get them. You just got to get them within a certain period of time because they take them down.
Oh, and then you could just download it yourself?
Yeah, during the case, I think it's for a certain period of time during the active case or the hearing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You got to watch it or download it within a certain period of time.
All right, bet. Because if I see somebody on there, no, I'm gonna fall out laughing.
Oh, we seen 3 cases with people we know, and one guy actually played golf with a few times, and I'm like, I didn't know he was, and he was on there. He was like a sovereign citizen type dude. That's why I was laughing so hard. I'm like, he don't even come across like that. It was hilarious. He was trying to tell the judge off and everything.
Maybe he just was sovereign that day for convenience, or what he thought it was gonna be convenience.
I don't know, but yeah, Of course, something different on Zoom. The respect levels change.
I want to see the one with old girl in Washington got to show up in person that was on there getting banged out and smoking.
Yeah, we gotta see Judge Simpson. I had to take it back and watch it.
Had to make sure. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. That was, yeah, I gotta go decompress. That was hard to watch. That was too much.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in, y'all. Thanks for coming on here, Reg.
Anytime.
We gotta find some more.
Right. Oh yeah, we got some in the archives. We're gonna pull some up for y'all.
Yeah, now that I don't watch that mess, it's about to show up in my algorithm now. Some more mess.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of them. Yep.
He said that was with 2 men. She was with 2 men. Oh, it was
hey,
2
look, if she would have had 2 men and she ain't get her rent paid, she going out the world backwards.
What the old folks say, you just sitting on money.
Right. That Red Surfer joke, Red Fox, where he was like, yeah, that lottery ticket, don't get that lottery ticket wet.
That was too much. He said, I think that's what I don't know. He probably did say it. That's a dang on shame.
That was crazy.
They need to give her a drug test too when she get there, because she looked a little hot in.
Right.
But yeah, you gotta let me know more about that housing 40% down.
Oh yeah, yep. I'll send you the information.
Yes, I can post that. That's kind of dope.
Yep. Brandy on my team, she, like I said, she didn't close a couple of them. Then Tiana on my team got one. She closed. So yep.
All right then. Well, thanks for tuning in again. You have a good night. I'm about to go decompress because they got my head hurting. That was too much.
Yep. All right, y'all. Peace out.
Thank y'all.
See y'all next time. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All right.
To the end. I don't need